Kia ora. So, 2020. I mean, a bit of a joke to call the year of years what we know as perfect vision. Nobody could have had the vision of what that year would hold. And ironically, I had rose-tinted spectacles ready for 2020. My husband and I did something we had never done before. We bought a whiteboard and planned our entire year. The kings and queens of spontaneity decided to get organized in 2020. The whiteboard was planned out with trips and milestones for the entire year. This photograph was taken on the 3rd of March 2020, me out living my best life with my best mates at a gin festival. And then, as we all know, COVID. And also, thankfully, Schitt's Creek, which helped us survive it. And here I am with the same mates in a very different context, as we all were. Gone from the gin party to a different kind of Zoom party. And my new beginning meant that there was a move imminent with my Kiwi husband and Kiwi African kids, and we moved from this spectacular and crazy and creative city of Johannesburg to Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. Here I was in New Zealand. Here I was with lots of new beginnings, new place, new people, new operating system, new challenges, new beginnings. And I had to find a place for a family of 4 and for a business to travel across continents. And it was time for me to consider where to next, to take a journey. And being somebody who believes in creativity above all else, that it is the answer to the future, it was time for me to do what I advise clients to do, and that was to hack myself. And some of the traits of creativity are what I needed to use to hack my own thinking. So what I first did was I looked across at the shared desk at my husband, and he was there learning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and there were charts that I didn't understand at all, and I decided, I'm curious, I want to know more. My kids were in the room next door, 2 teenage boys, playing computer games, something I had always not understood and been hypercritical of. And I wanted to have a second look and say, what is this all about? What are these worlds that they're inhabiting? What are they learning? What are they seeing that I'm not? And so just those 2 moves helped me go down a rabbit hole of investigation and interest and trying to understand what the world of the metaverse and of Web3 and the new internet and the future could look like, and how would it affect my life, my family, the world. And the next creative trait is a willingness to be open-minded. If you're prepared to be open-minded, you can believe that we can inhabit worlds that we have not yet experienced. If you are open-minded, you can believe that we are going to have experiences in virtual worlds in the first person. I also have had that experience. This is me, an avatar in a virtual metaverse, exploring what life could be like in worlds which are virtual. I guess it can be pretty cool. This is Ready Player Me. They sell accessories for avatars. So in a short while, I think my avatar, which currently looks like that, is going to be looking far sharper with a whole lot of these accessories. Younger, slimmer, pink hair, why not? And I guess this exploration allowed me to explore what's happening here in Tamaki Makaurau and in Auckland and in New Zealand. In the virtual space, there are people doing extraordinary things and huge amounts of fascinating projects in both the metaverse, virtual worlds, and in the Web3 space. I guess if you want to be creative, the other thing which you have to be is to challenge your own points of view. I love art. I couldn't understand NFTs at first, but in exploring what these worlds actually mean, what non-fungible tokens actually are, has led me to a new understanding of what the creative future could potentially look like. Nobody really understands what they are, and 7 minutes is not going to give time to explain. But if you're curious and you're interested, there's a huge world that awaits in the space. You don't have to appreciate or understand everything. You just have to accept it as part of an interesting learning journey. You have to accept the good, the interesting. You have to embrace some things like flexibility if you want to be creative. You have to understand that, sorry, this is flickering, that you can do multiple things at a time in lockdown. You can learn about new environments while you're doing your day job. And you can be a risk taker. And when you take risks, you do things like buy NFTs that, sorry, I'm struggling with the clicker here. I'm going to try, see if I can point, it's not through my laptop. Another laptop, yeah. You can take risks and buy things which are not destined to be yours. And then you can find communities like BFF, which embrace women in Web3 and learning about the new world of the web. All these worlds give me motivation and determination to keep learning, to keep creating, to want to change the world through an interest in creativity and an interest in what the possibilities of the future could bring. I've learned a whole new vocabulary. I've learned that what's next is always something to think about, and I'm not going to stop on my creative pursuits. And I think my kids think I'm cool. And if that's what I've managed to achieve through my new beginnings, I'm feeling like a winner. Thank you.